The habit of procrastination, the silent thief of dreams. In life, many of us often fall into a familiar trap called "I'll do it tomorrow." Whether it's an important task, a big goal, or just small daily chores, we tend to reassure ourselves, "There's still time, I can do it tomorrow." This seemingly harmless sentence is actually the start of a dangerous loop, the cycle of procrastination. Procrastination doesn't arrive like a loud storm, but rather gently, quietly, and so familiarly that we barely notice. It's like a master thief hiding in plain sight, silently stealing our time, energy, and precious opportunities. One day of delay turns into a week, then a month, and before we know it, those dreams that once burned brightly in our hearts become distant, incomplete memories. The most dangerous part of procrastination is self-consolation. We always find excuses. "I need rest, I'll start when I'm ready," but readiness may never come unless we take the first step ourselves. Time waits for no one. If we keep putting things off, we don't just lose time, we lose ourselves and miss out on the future we once dreamed of. Time, the key to shaping the future. Time isn't just the numbers quietly ticking away on a clock. It's an invisible yet priceless asset, one that shapes the future, builds our lives, and creates our destiny. Everyone is given 24 hours a day, but how we use that time is what separates success from failure. Those who value time also value life. They don't let hours slip away meaninglessly. They seize every moment to learn, work, love, and grow. Even the smallest task, they start immediately because they understand that every second today is the foundation for a stronger tomorrow. In contrast, those who waste time often live in a whirlwind of delay, complaints, and regret. They let opportunities slip through their fingers and turn dreams into painful memories. One day, looking back, they realize they've lost so much, not because they lack talent, but because they didn't know how to treasure time. Time can't be bought, nor can it be retrieved. That's why the wise live fully in each moment and turn time into a springboard to success. The lazy boy and his first life lesson. Once upon a time, in a peaceful little village, there was a boy known for being lazy. He didn't hate studying or lack dreams, but he had a bad habit. He always postponed things. When it was time to study, he'd say, "I'll do it later." When asked to do chores, he'd reply, "I'll do it tomorrow." Day by day, he fell behind his friends, couldn't keep up with school, and never accomplished much. His family was worried. His parents advised him earnestly, and his teachers tried their best to help. They said, "You need to change, or you'll regret it later." But the boy remained indifferent. He believed he still had plenty of time to fix things, to catch up, to try harder. He didn't realize that with each passing day, opportunities were slipping away. His friends moved ahead, achieving great things, while he stood still. The gap grew wider, not because he lacked intelligence, but because he didn't act at the right time. He didn't understand that procrastination wasn't just delaying tasks. It was losing his future. You are watching the video on YouTube Tales Unfold, a life-changing encounter with a wise man. After many failures and feeling himself fall further behind, the lazy boy began to worry. He looked around and saw everyone progressing while he remained stuck. Disappointment replaced his overconfidence. Deep inside, a question began to stir. Have I been wrong? One day, a man known for his wisdom came to the village. People gathered in large numbers to hear him speak. It was said that anyone who met him would receive advice that could change their life. The boy decided to try, hoping to find a way out. When the crowd dispersed, he approached the man and said, "I feel like a failure. I want to change, but I don't know where to start. How can I avoid being left behind?" The man looked at him kindly, nodded, and said, "You are lost, not because you lack ability, but because you don't value time. Let me tell you a story." And in the quiet park of the village, a meaningful story began, one that would change the boy's life forever. You are watching the video on YouTube Tales Unfold. The Missed Treasure, the story of the king and his old friend. Once there was a kind and generous king. He always cared for his people and never forgot those who had been part of his past. One day, while walking in the palace, he saw a poor man in tattered clothes begging by the roadside. Looking closely, he realized it was an old school friend, someone who once studied with him, but had now fallen into hardship. The king invited him into the palace and asked about his life. The poor man lamented, "I don't understand why my life turned out like this. No matter where I apply for work, I get rejected. People say I never do things on time." Hearing this, the king thought for a moment and said, "I'll give you a chance. Before sunset today, you can enter the royal treasury and take as much gold and silver as you want. Allah, but only today." Overjoyed, the man rushed home to tell his wife, but instead of going immediately, he decided to eat, rest, and delay. By the time he arrived, the sun had set and the treasury gates were closed. He burst into tears, not just because he lost the gold, but because he had wasted time and missed the greatest opportunity of his life. Awakening and transformation, the boy's new journey. After hearing the wise man's story, the boy was silent for a long time. Every detail of the tale about the king's friend reflected his own life: the laziness, the procrastination, the missed chances due to lack of discipline. For the first time, he truly felt regret, not because others scolded him or because he was left behind, but because he had wasted so much precious time. He bowed his head and thanked the old man, saying, "I won't let time pass meaninglessly anymore." From that day on, the boy began a new journey. He woke up earlier, organized his work better, and stopped saying, "I'll do it tomorrow." Though it was hard at first, with persistence and effort, every small task began to show positive results. His grades improved. Teachers noticed and encouraged him. His family was surprised and proud of his change. His friends began to respect him in ways they never had before. The once lazy boy had become hardworking and disciplined, a living example of how change is possible when we learn to value time. Time, life's most precious asset. There is one thing no one can buy with money and no one can hold on to, not even for a second, and that is time. No matter who you are, rich or poor, talented or ordinary, everyone only has 24 hours a day. But it is how we use that time that determines where our lives will go. Time is more valuable than gold because gold can be regained, but time once lost never returns. Those who value time, act on time, and persevere every day will draw closer to their dreams. On the other hand, those who live with procrastination and let the present slip away meaninglessly will sooner or later face failure and regret. Life isn't just about work or success. Sometimes using time wisely means giving it to what matters most: family, friends, and yourself. A sincere conversation, a warm meal, a determined step toward a dream, all are ways we live fully in each moment. Start today. Don't wait until tomorrow to live with purpose, because if you respect time, time will respect you and lead you to the best things life has to offer. You are watching the video on YouTube Tales Unfold. Live with gratitude and keep moving forward. Life is full of challenges, uncertainties, and moments where you may feel like you're falling behind. But what matters most isn't where you are, it's whether you keep moving forward. Every step, no matter how small, taken with determination, brings you closer to the future you desire. Live with gratitude. Be thankful for each day you wake up, because it's another chance to start anew, to fix mistakes, to grow beyond yesterday. Be thankful for the hardships, for they mold you into someone stronger. Be thankful for those who walk beside you, even if just for a fleeting moment. Don't be in too much of a rush. Success doesn't come overnight, and lasting things take time to build. Be patient. Believe that as long as you keep trying, life will gradually open beautiful doors for you. Above all, never stop. Even if today you take just one small step, tomorrow you can take two. Keep going, slowly but steadily, because ahead, a better version of yourself is waiting.